Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we're going back into the lab with Dr. Madder the Mad Lad today. I don't really know what to expect from this puzzle, but we'll give it a go in a moment. Now, stuff going on the channel. Video from a couple of days ago by Simon is going very well, and that's great news. This is the one where Atticus came up with the incredible discovery about the 8x8 Sudoku with 2 spirals. It really is interesting. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's absolutely fantastic. And given the numbers who are watching it, I'm hoping that people are coming towards the channel. Join us on this community. If you look at the comments in videos for the last few days, you'll notice there have been quite a few from people saying they just love being part of the Cracking the Cryptic Sudoku solving community, and that's brilliant. But of course, we also do cryptic crosswords, and today it was me doing a cryptic masterclass this month. Today's Times crossword, just an extraordinary puzzle. If you have some cryptic crossword experience, you will love this one. If you don't, you'll learn from it. But there are some incredible clues. It's just really astonishing stuff. If that really gets you going, you can go to our Patreon and see my Solve of the Times Monthly Club special. That went up yesterday. That's, as every month, an insanely difficult puzzle with vocabulary that's just off the charts. Today's in the regular puzzle, it's not, but that is. And also, of course, on Patreon we have connections, and we have a monthly Sudoku hunt that is a competition. The hunt this month is Regeneration, a sort of wormy Sudoku hunt. 6 puzzles that lead on to each other. Do check it out. Hundreds of correct entries coming in. And the prize for the one drawn out of the hat after the 20th is to solve a video with Simon. And who did that last month? Tim Dorr, who has competed regularly in our Sudoku competitions since they began for 4 or 5 years ago, and he's often one of the first entrants. He has been the first, but this month he got drawn out of the hat. He has solved a collaboration with Simon, and that's coming up on Monday morning. Do check the channel on Monday morning for that. Really looking forward to bringing that to you. Other things going on. We've been in the Blueprints house the last couple of weeks. Do check that out on the live link under the videos. We've got SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD is linked under the video. I've mentioned things on Patreon. There's also all of our apps which do feature line Sudoku and domino Sudoku, as well as Fog of War and The Worms by Marty Sears and James Sinclair. They are fabulous. So there's tons going on around the channel. But even if you just subscribe to us or like the occasional video, the ones you enjoy, that would really help. Now, let's have a look at this puzzle. It comes from El No Miss L, and we featured his previous Dr. Madder the Mad Lad experimental scientist puzzle before, and this is the follow-up. The whole of the rule set begins, "I need your help, young scientist. While I was studying some region sum lines, the evil Dr. Madder the Mad Lad threw a strange potion onto my Sudoku, and now it's alive. This mischievous little region sum creature, I've named it Mapisu, is bouncing around all over the grid. Can you help me make sense of my lines again?" So, what are the rules? Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Let's do the black dots first, and then V's. Black dots. Digits connected by a black dot must have a 1 to 2 ratio, so one is double the other. All black dots are given. Okay, there's a big negative constraint on black dots. There is no ratio of 1 to 2 between those cells because there's no black dot. Digits connected by a V must sum to 5. No mention of a negative constraint about V's. And a grey circle, digits in a grey circle must be odd. But now the region sum lines. There are only 2 region sum lines in this puzzle. One is light blue and one is dark blue. And all box borders split the lines into segments. And obviously Dr. Madder the Mad Lad has split them further into segments with his potion. But basically every light blue line within a box adds up to the same total. So that's the same total as that and that Oh, that, I mean, and that, and that, and that, and that. And the dark blue lines have a total as well. So we've got one total for that area and that area. The highlighting tool's behaving a little oddly. That is the same total as that, etc. So there's one light blue line and one dark line. It's just they've all got split up. And we see the little picture of Mapisu looking at us out of the puzzle. Anyway, do give this a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So the central box is interesting. We've got a division into 3 lines of the whole central box. So I immediately get to share with you a marvelous secret about the total of every row, column and box in a Sudoku. It's always the same number. It's always 45. So share that wisely. That's because the Sudoku digits add up from 1 to 9 to 45 all the time. Now, we're obviously dividing into 3 lines in box 5. So each line must add up to 15. And that means all of these 2-cell bits of the light blue add up to 15 as well. And those are therefore made up of the digits 6, 7, 8 and 9. They're either a 6-9 pair or a 7-8 pair. This one on the odd circle is 7 or 9. The digit it goes with must be even and must be 6 or 8. Now we've got this V, that's either going to be a 1-4 or a 2-3 pair. And we've got the black dots. And it's a sequence of black dots. And that means that it's either a sequence of 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. That's the only possibles. So the middle digit is 2 or 4. So all the light blue lines add up to 15. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at box 2. If the light blue line adds up to 15 and those 2 cells add up to 5, the area I've got highlighted adds up to 20. So this area adds up to 25, 45 minus 20, 25. Oh, but the blue line, it's got a 2-cell portion. So the total for the dark blue line, it can't be more than 17. So if this dark blue bit is not more than 17 out of a total of 25, this is 8 or 9. That must be so. And the dark blue line is 17 or 16. Right, this bit of it is made up with a 9 and another high digit. So dark blue is 16 or 17, light blue is 15. Down here we've got 15, either 31 or 32. These ones add up to 14 or 13. That's not that helpful. And let's not forget the negative constraint on black dots, although it doesn't actually do anything yet. Now, one thing I can see is that there must be a 9 in this group of cells, because there can't be a 9 on the black dot. If there's a 9 in that group of cells and a 9 in one of those 2, that's going to use up the 9s in rows 5 and 6 and make sure there is a 9 in one of these 3 cells, and not here. And if it's on the dark blue line, that adds up to 16 or 17. The other digits would be very low. If it's there, that's a 6. That doesn't quite tell us anything. Okay, let's think about the black dot digits. If they are 1, 2, 4, and each line is worth 15, then on the line with the 1, we've got a pair of digits. Let's imagine it went 1, 2, 4, just out of interest. The line with the 1 would need a pair of digits adding up to 14. The line with the 2 would need a pair of digits adding up to 13. And the line with the 4 would need a pair of digits adding up to 11. which would not include 1, 2, or 4. Okay, take it the other way round. If they were 2, 4, 8. Ah, this is marvellous. This is marvellous. Right, this is a lovely deduction, I think. I don't know why, but I do. It's about evens and odds in this central box. There's my little tip. Do pause the video and have a think about that. What I'm going to say is that if those digits were 2, 4, 8, they would all be even. Now, how do you make up 15 in 3 digits? Consider evens and odds. Because, and we've come across this when we analysed magic squares before. This central box is not a magic square necessarily, but it does have one similar property, which is 3 groups of lines that all add up to 15. How do you make a line add up to 15, which is an odd total? If you have an even digit in it, then you must need one other even digit and an odd digit. Otherwise, even and 2 odds gives you an even total, which is not 15. 3 evens gives you an even total, which is not 15. So each of these segments would need a second even digit, and that would require us to have 6 even digits in the puzzle. That's not in the central box. That's not happening. So this is not a 2, 4, 8 triple because of odd and even. It's a 1, 2, 4 triple. The middle digit is a 2. That's lovely, by the way. That's really nice. Now look, this digit is 1 or 4, and this V can't be a 1, 4 pair because it would break that cell. So this is a 2, 3 pair. Lovely again. Now we do have this issue. Now yes, where does 3 go in this box? Oh, it's lovely. I know, I know almost exactly where it goes. It doesn't go with 2 because you would need a 3 and a 10 to get to the total of 15. It doesn't go with 1 because you would need a 3 and an 11. So it goes with 4 along with 8 on its line. So one of these two is a 4. If this was the 4 and you put 3, 8 there, it would clash with the 2, 3 up here. You'd have 2 3s in the column. So this is the 4. This is a 3, 8 pair. Now remember the black dot rule. If that was an 8, 4 would be next to 8 and they'd need a black dot between them. So it's not. And we're away. This is brilliant. Right. Now we must know what this pair is. A pair that adds to 14. They're 5 and 9. This is a 6, 7 pair, and the 6 mustn't touch the 3 because they'd have a black dot. So we get to this position. That can't be a 7, that can't be an 8. I still don't know whether the dark blue line adds up to 16 or 17 each segment, but I feel like I'm getting there. The remaining digits in this column are 4, 6, 7, 8. Right, on this dark blue line, we've got to get to a total of 16 or 17. It can't be 4 and 6 there. This might not be worth doing. There are a lot of possibilities. I don't know. Doesn't feel like that's quite worth doing yet. The 9, okay, if that's a 9, this is a 6 to make this 15 sum. Then these would have to add up to 15. There would be a high digit that is X-winged. Either 7 or 8 is X-winged into one of these 3 cells. So one of these must be quite high, must be a 7 or an 8. But we still don't know whether the target is 16 or 17 for a dark blue line. I'm probably being spectacularly dense about that. I don't think this bit helps. This bit would help if we knew if that was 8 or 9. Okay, I think I'm barking up the wrong tree. Let's try this. This adds up to 15, and it doesn't have a 2 or a 3. Oh, that's interesting, right. So, if it has a low digit from 1, 2, 3, that digit is a 1. And then, oh, look, that's fantastic. Right, This cannot be, it cannot have a 1 on it, and I'll explain why. The other 2 digits would add up to 14. They would either be a 5-9 pair. Now, if this was a 159 set, what's this digit? It's not any of them because it sees 159. So 159 is ruled out. The other alternative with a 1 is 168. What does that do to this cell? It breaks it. That's fabulous. So there's no 1 on this. There's no 2 or 3. The minimum 3 digits we can now put on it are 4, 5, and 6. And they add up to 15. So that's the answer. This is a 4, 5, 6 triple. This digit becomes 8. This one becomes 7 because this little segment must add to 15. Up here, we're selecting from 1, 7, 8, 9. We can't have 7 in those cells or 8 in those. The trouble is with that 1, 7, 8 adds up to, in fact, this has become a 7. That is just a hidden single. But, and we know there's a 1 in one of these cells, but I still don't know whether it goes with an 8, which would make 16, or a 9, which makes 17. And I expected this to get disambiguated by now, and it hasn't been. Oh, well that's thrown me a bit. No, hang on, look, there's no black dot here, is there? 2 can't be next to 4 without a black dot, so that's 5. That sorts out this triple. 4 can't be next to 2. This negative constraint's quite important. Who knew? I knew it would be. Right, there's no 4 in this group. This is 6, 7, and 8. What are these two? We're adding to 16 or 17. If that is an 8, 7 pair, this is 1 or 2, and it can't be 2. If it's an 8, 6 pair, this is 2 or 3, and it can't be 2. If it's a 7, 6 pair, that's 13. To get to 16 or 17, we need 3 or 4. Oh, that wasn't very conclusive, was it? Okay, well, that horizontal line turned out to be helpful. Let's try this one. Yeah, I mean, this might be the same sort of thing. Up here, we couldn't use 2 and 3. Down here, we can use 1 of 6, 7, and 8, but not 2 of them. So again, 6, 5, 4 is possible. But there is also a possibility involving a 9, except there isn't. If you tried to put a 9 on this line, plus at least 6 there, you'd already have got to 15 and you'd still have a digit to put on it. So there is no 9 on this line. You can only use 1 digit out of 8, 7, 6. It doesn't have to be 6, 5, 4. This could be 8 and a pair that adds to 7. Actually, what are the candidates? We've ruled out 9. So the candidates here are 1, 2, 5. The candidates here are 1, 3, 4. It can't be 8. So if that's an 8, these two add up to 7. There's no combination of them that works. They can't be 3 or 4 because that one can't be 3 or 4. They can't be 2 and 5 because that one can't be 2 and 5. And they can't be 1 and 6 because 6 is over here. So it can't be an 8. If it's a 7, these two add up to 8. And they will be 3 and 5. If it's a 6, they add up to 9, and they will be 4 and 5. So this is always a 5, this is never a 1. Now, what about the negative constraint? Is that operational suddenly? No, that's surprising. Okay, it's not. That can't be 7 from this. So this, oh, that's even now. So this is odd. These two add up to 15, remember. That's now 9 or 7. I've made such progress and I'm still stuck. It's weird. 8, I don't know what this is. 6, 7, 8. So I still can't tell about this. Got a 5 there. Oh, negative. Right, here we go. 6 can't be next to 3. So that's a 4. That's a 6. Just as this was a 4, 5, 6, triple, so's that. This is now a 7, 8 pair. And we now know what dark blue is, because we can't put a 2 here. This is a 1. Dark blue adds up to 16. This is a 9, 7 pair. We know the order. And there is a 7 in this group of cells as a result of that. Oh, and we know what's going on up here. The dark blue line adds up to 16. So it needs the 8 and not the 9. Oh, sorry, in the wrong mode. 8, 1. That's a 9. This is a 3 to complete the column. This is a 2, 9 pair. There is a negative constraint between those cells. They can't be 1 and 2. This can't be 9 or 7, so it's even. This now has to be odd. This can't be 6 by Sudoku. That can't be 9. Oh, there must be so much to do. There's a 7 in one of those cells. I don't know whether to be looking for negative constraints or trying to think about the calculation of this line. 9 and 7 are up here. Oh, that 9 is just looking into this central box. Then what? Then what, Mark? 9, 6, 8, 7, I don't know. Right, let's think about this box. Then, if that is a 9, this is a 6. Then there's a 7 up here, and 3 cells on this line. Oh, where would the 3 go if that's a 6? The 3 would go in one of those cells, because it mustn't... Oh no, it could go there. Ah, okay, try it the other way around. If that's a 7 and this is an 8, where does the 4 go in the box? That's quite interesting. If this is a 7 and that's an 8, there's a 9 on this line, but the 4 can't go on it. That doesn't work. That's where this breaks down. Right. If that was a 7 and this was an 8, there'd be a 9 on this line, which is meant to add up to 16. The other 3 digits, which have to be different from each other, would be 1, 2, 4. And there are 2 problems with that. Not just the fact that there's nowhere to put a 4 that isn't touching the mythical 8 in the center of the box, but also the fact that you can't put 1, 2, or 4 in either of those cells. So this is not a 7. This is a 9. This is a 6. Now I was going to ask where 3 goes in the box. It's not quite as an exciting an answer as I thought, because 3 could go here. It mustn't touch the 6. So it's not in any of those cells. So it's in one of the corners. Right, this line has a 7 on, and 3 digits that add up to 9. They're not 1, 2, 6, because 6 is gone. So they're either 1, 3, 5, or they are 2, 3, 4. So the 3 is on the line, and it mustn't touch the 6, so it's got to go here. That's a 7. I did just think of the other question of where 8 goes in the box, and I think that's always here now. Now, 10, these 2 add up to 6. They're either a 2, 4 pair or a 1, 5 pair. And this is the other version of that 2, 4 or 1, 5 pair. And I honestly still don't know which way they go. Right, these digits are 5, 6, 8. That one can't be 8. I've got to put a 3 in one of these 2. These are from 1, 2, 4. I'm looking out for negative constraints and not spotting any. Are these resolved and I just haven't spotted? Or these? Oh, this one is. It sees 9 and 8 now. So that's a 7. That's an 8. This is 7. That's 8. This is 9. It's all coming down now. This is 6. Now that's not 6. Now, have we got enough to finish the puzzle? There's a 9 in one of those cells. 9, 7, 6, 4, 5. Okay, what are these for that add to 16? Don't know. Yes, I do know something. They have to have an 8 in one of those cells. So the others must include a 1 and either a 2, 5 or a 3, 4 pair. 7 is here in the box now. This pair is the other pair out of 2, 5 or 3, 4. So that one's a 5 or a 4 and that one's a 2 or a 3. 6 over this side is in one of those cells. Now, maybe there's some sort of problem. If you had 8, 4, 3, 1, you'd always have to keep the 8 not touching the 4 because of no black dots. If you had 8, 1, 2, 5, you'd always have to keep the 1 not touching the 2. Okay, there's no problem. I thought there would be. I was wrong. 3, 7, 9, 6. Oh, we've done that. This is either a 1, 5 or a 2, 4 pair. Is there something obvious that... Oh, this can't be a 4 because it's touching the 8. No, I don't know. That's not enough. These are from 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, where does 4 go in this box? It doesn't go there because it would be touching an 8. And it doesn't go in any of these cells because it would be touching an 8. And it doesn't go there because of that 4. There's no black dots in the box, so that's 4. That's 5. This is 2. This is a 1, 3, 4, 8 triple with the 8 and the 3 up there, the 1 and the 4 on the lower side. This is now a 5, 6 pair. This is a 2, 3 pair, and we've got the negative constraint to determine which way round they go, because 4 can't be next to 2. This is a 1, 9 pair. Negative constraint does nothing. It might be doing something over here, and I can't see it. I think all we know is that 4 and 8 are going to be in a diagonal. Right, 2 is looking at that cell. 3, no. 4 in this box can't be next to the 8 and it can't be in those cells, so it's here. So the dark blue line makes that a 2. That can't sit next to 1 without a black dot. So they're resolved. The 6 and the 5 are now resolved down here. This is a naked 3. It sees all the other Sudoku digits in either its row or its column. This is a 4, 6 pair, but 2 mustn't be next to the 4. The negative constraint does a ton, as so often. The 9, I was going to put it here. No, don't know that. 7, 3, 2, 5, 6, 4. The 8 in the column is there. That's a naked 9 now, and box 7 is finished. This is a 1, 2, 5 triple. That can't be 2 by Sudoku, that can't be 2 by the rule. So that's 2, that's 5, that's 1. Now I think we can finish off. 3, 4, 5 there, 2 and 6 here, 1 and 9 here. And they are resolved finally by this 9. I'm still going to need the rule. That's really surprising. Oh no, hang on, that 1 sees this cell. 4 mustn't be next to 8. We've expected that all the time. This can't be a 1 or a 2 now, so it's a 4. That's a 1. This pair is a 3, 2 pair. And we've got Sudoku as well as the rule to help us with that. We can place 8 here if I can get my pencil marks right. This is a 5 at the top. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, proving its position. And then we finish off, and we have grabbed our lab coat, powered up our brain, and had some luck, and found Mapisu and Dr. Oh my goodness, there's a long message here that you probably can't read all of because of my face. Ha ha! I'm glad I could help you recover the secret sum formula, but something about the evil Dr. Madder the Mad Lad's maniacal laugh tells me this won't be his last puzzle prank. Stay sharp, scientist, and if Mapisu starts bouncing around again, I know where to find you. And hey, maybe next time we'll figure out what's actually in that potion. So I think Miss L is setting up a significant story here. And maybe we will see a future mad scientist episode later. Thank you so much for watching us on the channel. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.